Hello? Can you hear me? Of course you can. You're watching my video after all. Well, I'm glad you're watching this right now. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be growing as fast as I'm currently am. So, thank you, darling. And before you ask your questions, I can explain some things to you. You see, I wasn't always a Yandere. I always wished I had one, but to never be one. Then one day, I came across someone. She was like me. She wanted a Yandere. In fact, she was kind of obsessed with them. So I decided, why not and become a Yandere? So I did. I was a Yandere for them for quite some time, yet I wasn't gaining any ground. Then, when I felt my hope was lost, that's when I found you. Oh, darling, my heart reinvigorated at the sight of you. Not only that, you also allowed me to gain ground within your heart. So, yes, I do Yandere videos because, one, you like watching those videos, and two, I'm a real life Yandere. For you, of course. And even though I can't hear you, this is a video after all, I do know you enough to know the type of questions you want to ask me. But I know you're looking pretty confused right now. And to confirm your suspicion, yes, I am talking to you. You and only you. The you that is my precious darling. So, why does a fallen angel such as myself have a strong interest in you in the first place? Well, it's a little bit complicated. Us fallen love to be validated. And once you validate a fallen constantly, well, they can get a bit possessive. And when we get possessive, we don't let anything get between us and them. That being said, I won't let anything get between you and me. Enough teasing. Seeing how I know so much about you, but you know so little about me, let me get started on answering some of your most burning questions. First one I shall answer. Oh, it's a pretty generic and bland question, granted, but a fulfilling one nonetheless. So, why did I become a voice actor? You see, for all of 2021, I had many people come up to me telling me I should become a voice actor, that my voice was calming and relaxing. So I took this as a sign that God was showing me a path to take. So I took it. And now here I am, talking to you. Now, the only thing I don't know about you is your religion. So, if you're not religious, well, I still believe God's path is what led me to you. So, I rejoice knowing that God still gives me grace, even though I have forsaken him and fallen from it. Speaking of, how did I fall in the first place? I know you were thinking that for a long time, and, well, I will save the details for my book audios. I will tell you this, though, as cheesy as it may sound. The person I became a Yandere for, I never saw them more beautiful than God, so I remained by his side. But when you came along, I ceased to sing my praise to God. My eyes fell off of him and onto you. And in that moment, the thought that entered my head and the thought that caused him to smite me out of the heavens was, they are the most beautiful creation I have ever seen. Their beauty outmatches even that of our Heavenly Father. Which leads me on to your next question. Why am I wearing a blindfold? Well, as punishment, God had marked me with blackened wings. He shattered my halo, which made me whole, and he blinded the eyes to which betrayed him. Blinded my eyes so that I may never see your beauty again. But you stay in my memory forever beautiful. A beauty I cannot ever forget. Continuing on to lighter matters, back to some simpler questions. Let's see here. Who's my favorite voice actor? Well, as a voice actor myself, I have to have a favorite voice actor, someone who inspired me to become a voice actor, right? Well, I would have to say Mother Macabre. Her unique scripts and the way she unfolds her stories got me interested. And in the future, I want to produce similar content to hers. Hence why I'm going to start breaking out my world building skills and build us a world where it can be just you and I and all other monsters and mankind that I create for you. In that world, I can be anything and everything for you, darling. So wait for me, will you? Speaking of, I know you enjoy watching anime, and I do too. And I know what your top 5 are, but you don't know mine. So, my top 5 animes, which I love to watch over and over again, starting off, Demon Slayer. The art, the music, the story, the everything. I love it all. Demon Slayer was the first anime that has gotten me hyped, that has gotten me cheering, screaming, everything. It's just phenomenal anime. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. That was the first ever anime ever for me to watch. It was the anime that got me into all animes, and the anime that ruined dub for me, so sub all the way. Next, The Rising of the Shield Hero, because I can strongly relate to Naofumi. I'll let you interpret that as you please. number 4 would have to be the time I was reincarnated as a slime. That anime also got me hyped and cheering in my chair. And the 5th one would have to be ReZero. Take that out, so please. And honestly, that's all of the questions I could come up with you asking me. But don't worry, darling. I won't leave. Not yet, at least. But for now, let me help you sleep. That is what you mainly listen to me, after all. You listen to me to sleep. So, why not I sing you a lullaby of my tragic tale, a softly sung song of my fall. Does that sound nice? Yeah? Well, let me get started, and you go lay down and rest. As God lays rest upon his throne, his eyes watched as someone close. For some time his tone was growing dull, so he watched him from the shadows, only to see he had fallen for a mortal, only to find he thought them more beautiful, only to hear he praised them more grateful. In his heart there was only one thing that he could do. Choirs sang their melancholy song as they watched their brother fall from arms. They cried and they wept as they saw the sight of an angel losing their sense of flight. His wing blackened like the nightly sky. His ring began to shatter 1,000,000 times. His eyes grew wide as his vision died. Down to earth is where he crashed, cursed for life, to never see his lover ever again. Sleep tight.